Maybe I'm too high or too loud. Maybe I
Nah, I
am too
think it
high.
sounds good. Right there sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just been so long since we've recorded.
I guess so.
Well, no, it ain't been that long.
It's not been that long, but we are back, baby.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Dude, that gets me hyped up.
I know.
I feel like I get.
It's amazing that we didn't know it did that. We've owned this thing for a while now.
And still don't know how to use it.
No.
Well, don't.
I mean,
All
we
of
got all of it. We just the stuff that we don't mess with very much. We've never fooled with that ever.
No.
Not once.
Because we didn't even know it had that one on there. Yeah.
No, I think we've only hit a couple. That's it. I don't think there's anything on there. But anyways, how you guys doing today?
It's been a lot going on since the last episode.
Yeah, I already feel better.
Oh, since better.
And the since the election has taken place, no matter which side you voted for, you know, some didn't feel better and some feel a lot better. I've seen the videos of the meltdowns and stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's ridiculous. Grown people acting like that, dude.
I know, that's crazy. Even if Trump would have lost, I would not. I'm not gonna
No.
have a major meltdown. The fact that people do have meltdowns just because
Of a freaking
yeah,
that gets on my, it gets under my skin.
it's like one of those things. I wonder if they just do it for attention.
Oh, I think so. I mean, I don't think he's taking away any women's rights yet.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's on there he's gonna take away my rights and everything. I mean, no. I don't think that's their goal. I don't agree with abortion. I mean,
I don't.
you do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna tell you yes. I'm not gonna tell you no. But I don't believe in it after unless there is a cause that you're wanting that done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a medical
not
cause or
wanting it
something?
done. Medical. You're gonna die. The baby's has issues. That's gonna cause it to only live a certain amount of weeks or months or years, days, whatever. And if it does, it's going to have a hard life with a lot of medical issues and stuff. That I can understand.
Right.
And I'm not, or if it's the incest or all the other stuff that kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, turn out like Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What are they called? The Whitakers. The Whitaker family.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, look them up. You'll find Ray.
Yeah, the soft white underbelly.
Soft White Underbelly is the guy that done it. Yeah, he interviewed them. They're in West Virginia or West Virginia?
Yeah, West Virginia.
West Virginia, I believe that's right, yeah. Mark LaPeda, I think is that guy's name? Laeta, something like that.
Something
but
like
his
that.
channel's called Soft White Underbelly. He's got a lot of interesting.
Dude, I
He
find that
interviews
so
a lot of people
interesting.
on Skid Row and stuff like that, and it's amazing because it's like the first question he asks is, what was your life like growing up, and how were your parents? And dude, it just literally it's just like those two questions hold such a universe of their own of answers, because you'll see how someone reacts once they get to talking about that, and then they'll go, most of them in his interviews they all go down kind of, not all of them, but most of them go down a dark childhood, and that's kind of what led them to led them to be where they are today. But
yeah, I love that guy's channel.
yeah,
There's a lot of interesting stuff, especially the Whitakers. I don't know.
yeah, that was really interesting. There was a bunch of trouble with them recently.
Really?
Maybe not recently, but it was something about people said that he didn't actually give them money or so. I can't remember. I don't want to say because I could be wrong, but there's something about that. And he got on there and did a video on it and everything, like talking about how he did all that. And there was another girl that he helped out a lot. And she kept going back to. She was pimped out, and she kept going back to that guy, and she was sending him money all the time. And turns out like she was just giving that money to him, and like he was just trying to help her get out of that situation, but she just kept fueling that situation with the money. You know what I mean? So. I don't know. The dude's really interesting. He's extremely interesting.
Yeah, and that's where a studio is too, like Skid Row.
It's somewhere there, somewhere close or something. I mean, but I mean, he obviously travels to. Yeah. I guess people send him things that he should check out or something. I guess that's how he found the Whitakers. I don't know.
Dude,
I have no idea, but they're wild. They're a different story. They're a different breed.
Yeah, especially Ray, just sitting there watching him. There's one part of the video, or one of his videos, he's sitting there, like, pulling his hair out and eating it and stuff. Like a cat. Get a big hairball.
Ray, do you like that? Yeah! That's what he says. That's all he says.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's all he says.
Tobacco. He dips. And then literally he just grabs a bunch and just throws it in his mouth. You seen him do that?
He is a sawing-off human, as Theo Von would say.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, since Trump has won, I'm waiting for gas prices to go down. That'll be nice.
Well, this is not even like, everybody's like, oh, I can't, what? I don't get into politics with people. I don't want to argue with people. I'm not the smartest person when it comes to that stuff. But I honestly, I don't understand why people think, and like nobody even liked Kamala 4 years ago. Like Tulsi Gabbard ate her up on stage at that debate. Like literally, if she had nothing to say, she was the lowest in the polls. She dropped out. Nobody liked her. Yeah. And like then she's like has the lowest rating as a VP. Like. Called her the border czar. She, she was just not liked. And then all of a sudden, no voting, no nothing. Joe Biden gets taken out. She gets pushed in. And, like, nobody else even had an option, I don't believe, to even become a candidate. Because, I mean, it was done too late. Like, the primary had already happened. Like, the debate had already happened. Right. So that was, like, an odd thing to begin with. And then... And it's just like everybody just all of a sudden was like, oh, she's our candidate. No. Like, in my mind, and everybody's like, oh, these people just don't want to. I mean, y'all are 0-2 with these women. I mean, y'all going to have to pick a better candidate. But, I mean, like, something just went down. Yeah. But, like, it doesn't matter what color you are. What your gender is. Like, nothing. Like, if you're, man or woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a good candidate, you will speak for yourself. Which, I mean, I feel like they suppress people. Like, they don't want you going. So they'll, like, suppress you. I feel that way. Yeah.
But the media will?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
And to put the candidate they want ahead. You know what I mean? But like, I think a woman that was a really good candidate, and she was on the stage there that one year. She ran as a Democrat, and she's on Trump's cabinet now. She switched to Republican. Is Tulsi Gabbard? Oh yeah. Like she was a vet, and then she served overseas in Iraq in a medical unit. Yeah. That's where she got that gray streak in her hair. Yeah. Was from doing that. And she was a congresswoman for Hawaii.
Yeah, her and RFK.
For 8 years. And, like, yeah, and Robert Kennedy Jr., like...
Oh, yeah, they're scared of him.
Dude, and, like, it's not Trump. And, like the saying goes, a smart man... Or no, I'm sorry. I believe the saying goes, a leader will put people smarter than him around him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And like Trump, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like just that alone is like literally in my mind is like an Avengers
Yeah.
setup. You know what I mean? And like there's
It's like
so
an all-star
much,
team.
Yeah. And it's like there's so much that they can do. Like, I mean, Elon, I mean, all the stuff that he's done in his time, of our time, like it's just, he's like literally like our Einstein.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
seriously,
for sure.
he is a genius. And then like RFK, a big thing for us here with RFK was the foods.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the foods. Because like Red 40, I don't know if you know much about that stuff. The Red
Yeah, a
40,
little
the
bit.
Red 40, the blue one,
All
and the
the
yellow
dyes.
6, all those dyes, like what they do to your kid. I've seen it firsthand. Like if you take Red 40 out of your kid's diets, like Gatorade Fruit Punch, Red Suckers, anything red, anything blue, actually any sports drink like that's color. I don't think Body Armor has it. I don't think Body Armor puts it in theirs. But you take that stuff out of your kid's diet for like a week, 2 weeks, and then go and put it back in to their diet.
You can tell the difference.
Oh, dude, within 3 hours, like you can tell your kids
What's
get
the difference?
so
Like what?
irritated, like extremely short-tempered, irritated, like that. Like they just, you know, you can tell when someone is just getting just red hot fast,
Yeah.
and that like intensifies that to the extreme in our eyes. I mean, we've seen it in all our kids. Like if we don't give them a sucker or anything like that, and then we give them one, say they get one at church or get one just somewhere,
Yeah.
you know, anything. A couple hours after, man, I mean, they're just, they don't throw fits, nothing like that. They don't do that. They don't get overstimulated, get all worked up and stuff. But dude, you give them that and you try, man, they will just get so freaking worked up. And I mean, they just get mad. And I mean, it's just like almost, it's just, you give it about that 3 hour window and it's just like instantly. And there's no need for it. We found all the dye-free candies. We found a bunch of dye-free candies, dye-free drinks and stuff like that. Like Doritos
Yeah.
has it in. Everything's got it.
Yeah, see,
Everything's
that's the hard
got it.
thing, too. Like, trying to find something that doesn't have it in there.
You gotta really watch. Like Aldi does a pretty good job of having a lot of dye-free stuff. We shop a lot at Aldi, and then obviously we buy a bunch of like snacks and stuff. But we try and buy like things that don't have it. Like there's gummies. Like the kids love gummies, and they have dye-free gummies. All
Yeah.
that stuff, you know. And you really, and it's sad that they make you look that hard. And like having fluoride in your toothpaste and stuff like that.
Yeah, in the water.
In the water. I mean, all that stuff. Like, it's just, there's no need for it. But like, they make you think there's a need for it because it's a byproduct of something. I mean, you know, just like corn syrup. I mean, our farm, they subsidize corn. And they use that subsidy. And then they try to make you do all these byproducts of corn. That's where you got corn syrup. Because it's a sugar kind of deal, you know, instead of using real sugar, like cane sugar.
Like the high fructose corn
They
syrup.
use high fructose corn syrup. And, you know, and it's not good for you. You know, like all these fast foods, all this stuff, like all this ultra processed food. And like, it's just, man, I mean, and we wonder why we just look like,
oh, we're like the fattest country.
oh, dude, unhealthy.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and it's hard not to, because like if you're on the go and you're like in a rush, like what are you going to do? You're going to go in and sit down. The price is the same now. That's not the argument. For a fast food and a sit down restaurant, like it's the same price.
It's just as expensive, yeah.
Exactly. So like, but what are you going to do if you're in a rush? Are you going to go in a steakhouse and sit down and order a burger and steak fries or a salad and wait 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Or are you going to run through the drive-thru real quick and in 10 minutes you're going to have a meal and you can drive down the road?
Yeah. It's all about necessity, it seems like.
It's all about accessibility.
Yeah.
and ease of access. That's what it's about.
Maybe
And
not
that's how they
necessity.
get you. And it's like, dude, you just see all these people preaching this stuff and like trying. It just gets me up one side and down the other. And like, cause I do a lot of home stuff. Like, I mean, like homestead kind of living, I guess you could say. Like, we process our own beef. My family gets hogs processed. We drink milk straight out of the cow.
Oh, that was so good,
I
too.
don't get milk from
gosh.
I mean, like, if we're in a pinch, like tonight we ran out, so we had to stop and get some. But it
Yeah.
tastes like water. Even though it's whole milk, it tastes like water.
Yeah.
And it's like,
There's really a big difference.
oh yeah. And like all you do, you milk a cow, you strain it, and then you bring it to a boil. Pasteurize it,
Yeah.
kill it, and then put it in a jar and put it in the
And
fridge.
that's it.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. You can make your own butter. You can make buttermilk. I mean, you can do anything off of that.
Oh, buttermilk.
Yeah, like you can do everything with it. I mean, it's obvious it just takes time, but I mean, that's the thing. It's
So
I've
much
got a
easier.
family. I got a family member that does it. Raises calves with a cow like that, and then he takes and milks her and then me and my dad and them, and then them.
Yeah.
That one cow was taking care of like 4 families at one time.
Oh, man.
Milk it once in the morning and once of an afternoon.
Have you seen that idea of, like, community,
Farming or community gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that idea.
Yeah, but somebody ain't gonna do their part.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. There's gonna be somebody who's gonna reap the rewards without sowing any of the,
Seeds.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's where that's where you run into it. And also, like, doing a garden, it's like we raise a garden. My mom and them, they raise my mom has like an acre garden.
Yeah.
I mean, it's humongous. And then like, Kate's parents and grandparents do, and like when my grandpa was alive, he raised a humongous garden, and like everybody's always bringing us something. Like we usually have a garden up here. It's just the basics, like bell peppers, squash, cucumbers, tomatoes. We don't raise any corn because my mom raises like an acre and a half of sweet corn.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's so good, too.
So like I get it from there, go up there and get that, and it. But it's just, man, but then you can eat like that, like what you're raising, what you're getting. But then still, even though we do that, it's still late at night, coming home from a ball game.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's hungry.
Some ice cream or something.
Yeah. Let's stop and get something to eat real quick, and then we'll head home.
Dude, I've got the worst diet, too. I'm bad about that.
I am too, dude. The older I've got, I was used to being younger and having a high metabolism. And like the past 2 years, that metabolism, I can tell, has slowed down, which I'm not as active in like working out and doing stuff like that as I used to be.
Yeah.
Because I used to run and work out all the time, or I played basketball all the time, like 2 or 3 nights a week. I'd play for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And like I don't do that anymore. Like I'm just so consumed with working. And that's what happens. And it's like you have to make time for it. And that's what I'm coming back to realize. Like, I've got to go back to making time for it and, like, start watching my diet. Like, kind of pre-make some meals. I mean, and it's kind of a stupid excuse, too, because, like, a lot of the times I'm around home. But still, if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm not going to come home and cook something for 45
Yeah,
minutes.
make something.
You know what I mean? And, like, if we do make something, I usually try, well, not me, we usually try to make enough that we've got enough to eat lunch the next day. Or if we come home and nothing's fixed, we can take leftovers from that day or the leftovers from the night before and kind of just make something there. And then some nights it doesn't work out that way, but we try to make it work out that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got the worst diet, which I've gotten a lot better, but like eating an ungodly amount of candy, an unhealthy amount of candy. I don't know why. I just love it.
See, that's never been anything I've dealt with.
Not any, but just about all types of candies. Love them. I don't know. It's like what I crave.
I never could do that. Like, if I'm gonna eat candy, it's gonna be those Winter Fresh Winter Fresh.
Yeah, the little
That's chewing
lifesaver
gum.
things.
Yeah, Lifesaver Wintergreen.
Yeah.
Candies. Dude, I'll get a big bag of those, and I'll sit down with like 4 or 5 of them. Like,
Yeah.
And I'll just pop them and put
Yeah,
them
they're
in one after
good.
the other. They are so good. And that was really my thing. But like any more I used to not eat any sweets, none whatsoever. And now I've started eating some sweets, like here and there. Like, we got a thing of, you ever have apple turnovers or cherry turnovers?
Yeah, I've had them before.
Well, they got them, like, at Sam's. We went and got some the other night. Last night, actually, and there was like 12 of them. They're gone now. But,
Yeah.
But they got, like, sugar icing, like, little cubes on top of them. And, like, they're
Yeah.
crystallized on there. And, dude, you take a bite and you got the icing?
Yeah.
Gosh, dang.
I'm starving to death just thinking about it.
Well, there's no more of them. I ate them. I ate the last 2
Oh.
about 3 hours ago. But,
It's so addicting, too.
dude, it is. And it's like,
Man.
what it is, it's like, it tricks your mind. Like, you go in, it's just like nicotine. It's like anything like that.
Yeah.
Sugar is addictive. And you'll eat something like that, and then it tricks your brain into thinking, like, 2 hours later, it, like, starts sending signals to your stomach, like, man, I am so hungry. I could eat something right now. And it's
Yeah.
like you're craving sugar. That's what you end up craving.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you end up craving. And that's what you always go get. You always go get sugar. You
Yeah.
get something high in sugar. And that's what gets you.
Yeah,
It's
that-
like, I don't know.
That's like me. I don't know. I crave sugar all the time. Sugar and milk. Yeah, mainly. Mainly sugar and milk. Like, I'll drink milk all the time.
Well, milk's not really bad for you, though.
No, not so much. But all the candy and, like, sweets, just anything with sugar in it, I love it.
Yeah. Like, I've got, my main thing isn't really, now, if I make coffee, I like my coffee sugary.
Yeah.
I like sugar.
You
I
like a
like
little bit of
sugar
coffee
in my
with your
coffee.
sugar?
Yeah. Yeah. I put like 4 teaspoons of coffee. I mean, sugar in my 16-ounce cup of coffee. Yeah. And then I usually use half and half, and I put half and half in there. And it's pretty sweet. But, like, other than that, like, I'll drink, it depends if I have it in my reach. Like, we don't really keep soft drinks here.
Yeah.
Because if I have it here, I'll chug them.
Not
Not
drink
like,
them all the time.
I'll drink them like 2 or 3 a night. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Like, but I won't drink them during the day. I'll drink water, or if I'm working outside a lot, I'll drink Gatorade or something like that. I mean, Gatorade's not the healthiest, but it's a better option. But mostly what I drink is Propel or water.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, the soft drinks, man. It's like if you drink a soft drink a day for a week, like, it's like so much sugar.
Oh, yeah, most of them have like 50 grams
I
of sugar.
can't
in a
remember how
can.
much it worked out to, but it's insane. You
But
remember the
it's so
drink?
good.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a good thing they went out of business. Do you remember the drink, New Grape?
Yeah.
Dude,
You were like the only person I ever knew that ever drank that.
Seth drank it too. Dude,
I
I
didn't
could
like
take literally, this is no joke, when me and Kate got married, the only places that had it was Kroger and Price's IGA. You could go in there and they would have 12 packs on sale, 3 for like 12 or something like that at the time. And I could buy 3 of them.
Yeah.
And dude, we would get home and I could drink a case of those suckers in like 2 hours. Gone.
Be miserable the next day.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Be like, gosh, where's another New Grape at? But, oh dude.
Yeah, I never
love
liked
them.
those. I
I
don't like
don't-
grape drinks.
I've never liked the soda more. That if they still had that, I would
That's
have
your
them
favorite
here.
soda ever?
Oh, ever. It's
Man.
better than anything I've ever drank in my life.
I think
I
probably
don't know. I don't know how crushed grape is still around with that being on the market. New Grape was the bomb. Gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, I don't like those grape flavored drinks. I like grape juice and stuff. I don't know, something about that carbonated grape.
Oh, it
Just
gets
did
me
not like
going. Gosh, dang.
I like a ski or a Mountain Dew.
That was like my ether. You could spray me with some starting fluid in New Grape. Boy, it'd get me riled up. I'd run through a wall.
Yeah, after a case of them, I bet you
Heck
will.
yeah. I picked his house up.
Gosh.
Yeah, dude, it was good.
Yeah, I love ski. But I don't drink a lot of soft drinks, really. I might drink one a day, maybe. But energy drinks is where
So yeah,
that's where I make up for
it just
it.
gives me a horrible headache. I like them. Like the Rain Dreamsicle.
Yeah, the orange dreamsicle.
Gosh, that is so good. Rockstar Fruit Punch, you already knew that one. That
Yeah.
one is a delight.
That is pretty good. I haven't bought it again, but
I had one here a while back. But they just don't do anything. Like they give me they give me like the jitters if I drink them really fast. But like if I just sip on them, it'll keep me alert. And when I crash off of them, I crash off of them. Like I can tell. Like I
Yeah.
have a horrible headache.
yeah, I think for me they're just more, like I've said before, like they're more habitual at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's just more out of habit.
Yeah.
And I quit drinking them for like almost a year. And then I don't know why. Oh, we were going to Florida, and I got one or two while I was driving.
Yeah.
And boom, it was downhill from there.
Dude, those things are piss magnets.
Oh yeah.
Like you drink it and it's like you gotta pee like instantly.
Yeah. I put a bag down underneath my seat. And I kept going.
All right.
It was like I went swimming when I stopped to get gas.
Good day.
Gosh, could you imagine? I bet you there's some truckers that do that.
Dang, man.
Might as well just have a catheter in.
That's what I'll say. They probably just go to the doctor and ask for a catheter.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't feel like stopping.
I've never had one, but I don't imagine.
I don't want one.
Don't
That's
imagine it'd
for
be
sure.
fun.
Dude, and that's like my thing, talking about that. Like, I can't drink much when I'm driving.
Yeah, I like to drink before I drive, and
Yeah.
yeah. But like I gotta have something to keep me occupied. I guess.
Yeah.
It's like either like a drink or like candy or something to snack
Yeah.
on.
Like, I can't drink. Like, it just, I have to stop and use the bathroom too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But driving through the night makes it easy.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to worry about the kids having to stop. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how I do it. I drive
Yeah.
through the night. I'll sleep during the day. We'll load up about 8:30 at night. And roll on.
Yeah.
By 5 in the morning, they wake up, and we're where we need to be.
Yeah.
And most of the time,
Dude,
they're pretty close. if
Dude,
not
one
there.
day when I was recruiting, I had to drive to Knoxville. So I had to get up. I drove to Knoxville that day and came back. That's like an 8-hour round trip. And then as soon as I got back home, I got home at like 10 o'clock at night. And then we packed all our stuff in the car. And then I drove all the way, like an hour later, drove all the way to Florida that night.
I bet you were tired when you got there, weren't you?
No, not really. Not as tired as you'd think you would be.
Really?
But gosh, my freaking butt hurt.
Oh, yeah, dude. Sitting in there for that
Gosh.
long. That's where a heated seat comes in handy at anymore. Like you sit in there for so long, you turn the heated seat on,
Yeah.
and like,
Oh, yeah, I bet that would be nice.
It gets pretty comfy. And that after we did our first long trip, like I used to not think anything about that. 'Cause in my trucks, I never had anything
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? And we went on a long trip in Kate's car. It was a Highlander. She had a Toyota Highlander. Man, we got going down through there, and my lower back, my butt started going numb, started hurting. I was trying to move around and get situated. And I was like, I'm going to turn this seat warmer on. I was like, and see how that helps.
And it made a difference?
And I sat down, and man, it just like eased my back from hurting and everything else. I was like, man,
would've
this
never
is
thought
all
about that.
right. Yeah. Does your Yukon not have that?
No, I don't think so. No, it doesn't.
I thought they had that. And like, yeah.
No. Yeah, and I like driving long distances. I can never get comfortable, especially in the Yukon. Like it's
Really?
it's comfortable for like short distances, but like driving long ways,
Yeah.
yeah, I cannot get comfortable for
Oh.
nothing.
Dude, that Armada is, shoot, I can sit back. It's got heated seats. Turn the heated seat
You
on.
can take you a nap while driving.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Let the blind side and lane keep assist. Get us to our destination, baby.
Have you seen that clip? I think it's from like Reno 911. They're driving down the road and And the guy, I don't know none of their names, but the guy is driving. He's like, "Whoa!" He's like, "I just had the craziest dream." And the guy in the passenger seat, he's like, "You know you're driving, right?"
No, I never saw
And they
that.
both start screaming. Dude, it's hilarious.
You ever have those moments though when you're driving and you zone out and like you end up at your destination?
Yeah, and you don't like remember.
The drive at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Hope nobody was playing in the street.
Oh yeah, dude. I've almost. Whenever I worked at TG, I worked third shift, and I would get off at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And when I first started, within like the first year, I was driving home, and I was always tired. Like I was falling asleep driving all the time.
Yeah.
Well, one time I was coming up. I just had come through by Taste Like Home. I don't even think it was there yet, but passed by that church where Dr. Simmons is now, and I dozed off, and then like whenever I woke up, like I was heading like head on with a dump truck, and like I swerved just in time. It clipped my mirror. Oh my gosh! I've never fallen asleep driving. Never ever fallen asleep like while driving ever again. Never had a problem with it.
I never had any trouble with falling asleep while driving.
They say it's worse than drunk driving.
Falling asleep, being sleepy while driving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guarantee that. I get sleepy now when I'm driving. This is the first year we went on vacation, and I had to pull off about 3 a.m. and pulled into a gas station on the back corner in the parking lot and just shut the headlights off. Everybody else was asleep.
Yeah,
So
just
I
take
was
a
like,
nap.
I was tired, but like when I decide I want to go to sleep, I can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
So like I pulled up my phone and I pulled up Hulu and put it on live TV and was watching highlights on Sports Center. And I sat there for a minute, and about 10 minutes of that, I was out. And I slept for about 3 hours. And I felt great after that, but man, I was like, man, I must be getting old or something. I'm like, I can't. I used to, man, I could drive. Oh gosh, I could. It didn't bother me a bit. Like,
Yeah.
Now, dude, I get sleepy.
I don't know. I still have a problem with it.
that. I'll be honest.
I guess that's a perk of Adderall.
Yeah, hyper fixated on something.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have no trouble driving, all night long. But like I could take an Adderall and then go straight to sleep.
Really, dude?
Yeah.
I bet you if I did
100%.
Adderall, I could freaking figure out a quantum computer.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Some people I don't know. I guess some people it's like a drug. Or I mean, I guess it is a drug.
I'd be
but-
like Bradley Cooper in
Yeah.
Limitless.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be like.
Heck yeah. There was one stimulant that I wish I could remember what it's called.
I'd learn how to talk to dogs.
Oh, modafinil. That's what it's called. They compared it like the Limitless pill, and they prescribed me that for narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Because I was super excited. Like, heck
Yeah.
yeah, about to make all kinds of money. And it didn't work at all.
Mm.
But,
What a letdown.
Yeah, I know. I was so hyped up for it. But yeah, I think we are just getting older.
For sure. I think that plays into a lot of it. I'm starting to enjoy like naps.
Yeah, I wish I could take naps. I don't get the chance to
I don't get very many of them.
intentionally.
And like, I think the best nap is like when you sit down and like you don't intend on falling asleep and you're just sitting there and you doze off for like 10 minutes
Yeah,
and you wake up. Dude, I feel better after like a 10-minute power nap than I do if I slept for an hour. If
Yeah.
I lay down and take an hour nap and I wake up, I feel like trash.
yeah.
I feel horrible. And to some people that probably doesn't make sense, but dude, I'm telling you, like a 5-minute, 10-minute power nap.
Well, I would say probably because those short power naps, like within I don't know, like 30 minutes, you're still in like that light sleep stage. But I think like with like anything like around an hour, you start like transitioning to like deeper sleep,
Yeah.
and then waking up out of that.
Do you sleep all night long? Talking
Yeah.
about sleep? I don't.
Yeah, all night long.
I'm liable to wake up at 2 a.m. and go do something.
Really? See, Taylor's like that too.
Yeah. And then I'll get up and I'll like go in there and I'll look around. Sometimes I might go in there and make a bowl of cereal. I haven't done that in a long time. But I would do that or like go in there and fix myself a drink. And
Yeah.
like, that's my thing. Like, I'll wake up, I'm super thirsty. I could chug like a gallon of anything. And, but yeah,
No.
that was my thing, was doing that.
Now, the only time I wake up during the middle of the night is if I have to pee. And then sometimes I don't wake up.
Yeah. You just piss the bed?
I have a couple of times. Dude, I don't know why I'm even going to say this, but in basic training, I peed in the bed. I pissed all over my bed. They made us... And, like, you have people that stay up for fire guard. Like, you have at least two people that are awake all hours of the night. And it rotates every hour. And I remember the dream I was having. I was at a urinal, and I was pissing. And it sounded like there was a waterfall. And then I wake up, I pissed all over myself. I was trying to hurry up and get up and change before anybody noticed.
Somebody notice?
No, nobody noticed. And luckily, we were, like, that was our linen day. We stripped all our
So you were
sheets.
washing stuff?
Yeah, I grabbed all mine. I had all my stuff off early. Yeah, I pissed all in
Sir,
there.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say
Gosh
I've
dang
done
it, Pruitt. You are a immaculate soldier.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I don't know. It's always those dreams that you're using the bathroom, you better watch it.
I never have those dreams.
Well, if you do...
I'll tell you this. One time in college, I was knocked out after a long night. And I woke up soaking wet. And I was like, what have I done? And I was like, you ever had those nights, like, you woke up and you didn't know where you were and you just laid there looking around, like, where am I? You ever had those nights?
No.
Well, I have. And I had one of those nights. And I was laying there and I was like in my bed and I was like, this quiet, and like looking.
Whose house is this?
And I was like, my pants were in the floor. And I was like, what is going on?
Were you naked?
No.
Oh.
But my pants were in the floor, like my shoes and stuff were over there, so I came in, took everything off and got in bed. But I had different pants on. It made no sense. And I was like soaking wet. The bed was soaking wet, and I was like, what is going on? And I'm like laying there, and all of a sudden, something falls on my face. And it was like wet, like sandy, rough, something sandy and rough feeling.
Yeah,
And I
like
was
gritty.
Yeah, and I was like, my first thought, I was like, I have pissed the bed. I was like, I've got to get up and go take these and put them in the dryer or washer and stuff before anybody gets up and knows. And the ceiling collapsed. Was what happened.
What?
Yeah.
On top of you?
No. Like, the roof was leaking, and it was leaking through the shingles and hitting right above my bed. And it, like, bowed down, and it was collapsing, and the water fell down on my bed. That's what happened. That was the closest I've ever been to pissing myself.
I was about to say, no wonder you woke up not knowing who you were.
Yeah, but, like, I woke up, and I was like, this is... something ain't right. And I like walked in and like everybody was getting ready. Well, everybody, I think, Ted and Wesley. Ted wasn't out there. Ted didn't go anywhere that night, I don't think. It was just me and Wes. And I don't know if Jeremy went or not. But Wesley was in his room and he got sick throughout the night.
Oh, gosh.
And like brought the kitchen trash can into his room. Threw up all around it and missed it. All in his floor. He had a final the next morning. And Ted goes in there to get him. And he's like, Wes, oh my God. And Wesley says, what time is it? And he tells him, and he was like, "What did you do last night?" He's like, "I didn't do that. That must have been Cody." And then I come in there, soaking wet. And then
You look the part.
and I'm like, and I'm just like standing over there. I'm like, dude, you gotta go to class. I had class, but I wasn't going. I was like, you gotta go to class. And yeah, then called a repair guy and came out there, and he got up there, and I don't think he even did anything. I think he just got up there with a caulk gun and just like lifted up a couple shingles and put some caulk under there because it leaked again like 2 weeks later.
Did Wes pass his final?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
I think. That was a long time ago. He's an engineer now. Shout out Wes
man.
if you're listening to this. If you ain't, I'll find you. I'll make you listen.
Oh gosh. Did I puke myself on an airplane one time?
Puked?
Well, puked and pissed.
Like you just got sick on the plane?
No, I was passed out. And I was flying back home from North Dakota when I worked up there.
Oh, yeah.
And we would get like blackout drunk on fly-out days. And we took this little charter flight from Williston, North Dakota to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hit up the mini bar.
oh my gosh. Oh, I swear the only thing I even remember drinking was like 2 double shots of Fireball. And then I was talking to the guys later on. They were like, yeah, you had like 3 Jameson and Cokes. And I was like, I don't even drink that. But on the airplane, on the little charter flight, a buddy was sitting next to me. He said about midway through, he said, you were passed out. He said, all I hear is like water running. He's like, I look over and you were pissing your pants.
Oh my gosh.
And at some point, I'd puked down my leg. And so I had puke and pee all over me.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, it was, and like whenever I woke up, I thought we were landing in Denver, and whenever they had they come over the intercom on the plane, they were like, "Welcome to Nashville." I was like, what? So I walked all the way through Denver International Airport with like puke and pee all over me.
You didn't have a change of clothes on your
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
carry-on?
I don't remember. I promise. I don't even remember going. I don't even remember getting off the plane in Denver.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
dude.
man, I would love to see like a security footage or something.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's horrible.
Could you imagine having to be the people that had to sit next to me?
Oh my gosh.
This guy smells like a homeless person.
Are you Dirty Mike and the boys? But, oh, dude, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm never, no, not me. Thank God that's behind me, though.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
I'm a different person now.
But, yeah, I'll never forget, the funnest, I guess, it was somebody's 21st birthday, I can't remember. And we went out, and I can't remember whose it was, but it was Wesley's. It was the same night. We went to I can't remember where it was, but there was a band, and I got on stage, and either I did it or Wesley did it. Somebody kicked their amp over, and I was playing air guitar with the bass player. Yeah.
They just kick you off stage.
Yeah. Yeah. And I cannot remember where that was. I cannot tell you nothing.
Was the band good?
Don't know.
Must not have been if you kicked the ramp over.
No.
This
Played air
band
guitar.
sucks.
Yeah. But I don't remember who that was. Or where that was. I cannot think to save my life as to where that was right now. I could have told you earlier, but for some reason, I don't know. But anyways, it was fun.
Yeah, we've all done some dumb stuff.
Everybody has. If you claim you haven't,
And
you're
some people
lying.
still do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I don't get it. Like everybody has real life experience. Some people didn't go to the extremes. You know? I mean, can't help it, but
Yeah, you live and learn.
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, you learn what not to do.
Oh yeah. But like, you know, you look back on it and it's like you're not proud of it,
No.
but
Oh,
you
no.
can't help but still think back and laugh. And it's like,
Yeah, it's
some
funny
people
now.
are like, oh, you shouldn't even talk about that stuff. Like, that's not you anymore. That was me. I was there. I promise you, I remember. I was there. I'll never forget the night there was a field party, and somebody ran over, what's his name?
Barry?
Yeah, and broke his leg. Ran over his leg and broke it. And he woke up the next morning using a shovel as a crutch and walked over to the campfire. And he was like, I don't know what happened to my leg.
I think that
there
was
was like
Peyton's
tire
party.
marks on it or something.
I think that was Peyton's party.
It was wild. I don't remember.
I wasn't there that night.
I was there. I mean, I wasn't. I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there watching everything going on. I was like, my gosh. And then camped out down there. And then woke up the next morning just sitting there talking to everybody. It's fine. And I was just listening to everybody else telling everything that, you know. And because I never
Barry
intended.
hobbling over there.
Yeah. Because, you know, I never intended on staying. I was going home. And then it was just, there were so many people there and it was so late. I just ended up falling asleep in my truck. And walked over there and sat down with everybody talking the next morning. And yeah, he comes hobbling over there. Broken leg.
Yeah, there was one party that we went to. It was me, you, and Seth. And we
I
slept
don't
in your
ever
truck.
remember Seth going to a party.
It was, I'm pretty sure it was me, you, and Seth. Maybe it wasn't Seth, but it was
scared
cold.
to death.
Oh, it was super cold that night, too. And we were sleeping in your truck, and you would not crank it up to turn the heat on.
That happened multiple times.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Like, I froze to death.
Yeah. There was one time at the senior camp out. Seth was there. I'm not going to say everything because it doesn't need to be said. A lot of people know that story, but he came over there and he was like, I had the Dodge at the time. And was that the truck we were in? I guess it was the truck we were in. But you weren't there at that camp out. I don't know where that was. I don't know. But he comes over to the truck and he's like, he opens the back door and he's shivering. He's like, I'm so cold. It wasn't that cold. But he was like, I'm so cold. And he was like, he just like slowly creeps in the truck, just lays in the back seat. He's like, can you turn the heat on? I was like, no, I can't. I'm sweating. I'm not turning the heat on. And he's back there shivering, just like shaking the whole truck. And I turn around, I'm like, if you don't freaking stop shaking, I'm going to beat you. And he kept doing it. And I was finally like, dude, that's it. I said, get out of my truck.
He was sleeping on the back.
I made him get out of the truck. Go over to the fire. Sit next to the fire. He's like, I'm so cold. That's all I kept saying. He said a lot more, but I'm not going to go into details. But, yeah,
Oh, man, we done that one time. Or, well, you were there. I just don't know where you were. But
in the abyss.
it was that night that it was like me, you, Luke, Dalton, Corey, Harmon. But anyways, like I was hammered drunk. Remember that night? Like I was seeing those.
You ran away? That's where you were. You don't remember me because you ran away. I was looking for you.
Is that same night we were sitting in the field?
Yeah, that was that night. That's the reason you don't remember, because you took off and I was just sitting there.
I do remember running.
Yeah, I was just sitting there. I was just sitting by the fire, and you literally just gone. Ran into the middle of a field. It was a crepe field that had like 8-foot tall weeds, and we find you in the middle with your legs crossed, rocking back and forth with your eyes sunk back in your head.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I was
running,
like, and I was like, what the? And we were just like, get up. You were like, okay. And you just came right back over and sat down. Nothing else. Be sad.
Dude, it got cold that night too. But the fire had went out, and then I had woke up. I think Dalton had woke up a little bit too. But I woke up to go try and find some firewood because I was freezing to death. So I was staggering through the dark. I didn't have a flashlight or nothing.
Yeah.
I finally get like enough sticks to build the fire back up. And then me and Dalton laid by the fire the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Fell asleep right there.
There was that one time we were at Moss's house and there was no heat in the basement. Do you
There-
remember?
I don't
Were you
think-
there?
I don't think that basement had heat.
Were you there that night? No, it was me, Seth, and Moss. And I took a blanket. I brought my own heater the next time. But left that thing down there for years. And but that night I was so cold. I mean, I was freezing to death. I thought I was going to die of hypothermia. And I took a candle and put it under the blanket. And I slept with that candle next to my face.
Dude, like you didn't burn the house down.
I know. I woke up in the morning and I did. I laid there and I had my arm like over my head and I had it propped up like this. And the candle was at my elbow and I had it held onto my head and I laid just like this so that the candle wouldn't touch the blanket and the heat from the candle would touch my face.
And then when you got that heater,
I stayed warm.
tell them how you would sleep with that heater.
How would I sleep with it?
Underneath the cover, too.
Gotta keep warm.
What,
I don't remember it. Mr. Heaty.
Yeah.
I just threw that thing away 2 years ago. It still worked.
Really?
I used it when we played Xbox. We used to play Xbox all the time. And I used that thing all the time.
Dude, Moss's basement, I don't think they even had heat down there. And I don't think there was a blanket one to be
Heck
found.
no, there wasn't.
At least whenever we were there, it was always cold.
Yeah, it was freezing cold in that sucker. And it was, I mean, you didn't have to worry about it in the summer. It was still cold down there in that basement.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd stay up we'd stay up all night long. We'd go to bed at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Playing Guitar Hero all night.
Oh, yeah, that was some good times.
Heck yeah. I played that sucker on controller. I couldn't be beat.
Yeah, the strangest, I've never known anybody else to play Guitar Hero on controller.
Think about that now. Like if
And
I
be
was
better.
if that were today and you had TikTok and all this stuff, and I did that on TikTok and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you could play.
You would be freaking.
You would amass a huge following.
Oh yeah, dude, I could shred on there.
Yeah, like you were pretty good on controller, honestly.
I could get about halfway through the fire and the flames.
Oh, I never could even.
I got about halfway through it before my fingers like I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I know what Axl Rose feels like now. Up there. Shredding.
Yeah, that's all we would do is play Guitar Hero.
That was it. That was it.
Now, I don't even think people play that anymore.
They don't have. Yeah, they do. I see it on TikTok all the time.
People still play it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Heck yeah, they do.
Do they still come out with
No.
new games?
No, they don't come out with it anymore.
No. And those are the good times.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Why is it doing that? But, yeah, that is. Those were the best of times. Whoopsies.
My gosh.
This thing's messed up. It's like loosened.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, it's not technical. It's just an idiot with a mic. Fixed it, though. We're back. Never left.
Oh,
Not gonna hit anything. Yeah. You were talking about recruiting. We should have had this when you were recruiting. We should have had this podcast when you were recruiting.
Oh, gosh.
Could you imagine? You want to do a quick recruiting promo?
No. Not a chance. Don't you take me back there.
Do you want to get laid every night by random women, maybe a man or two? The Kentucky National Guard is for you. Join today.
That's pretty good.
Hey, right there. Advertisement. I want per diem on every cent.
I'm getting discharged.
Hey, it was me, not you. I'm not in there.
Ah, those are pretty good.
Yeah. You guys want to run that? Email me at I'm not giving my email out. Yeah. You guys can.
Oh,
Get out of here with that, man.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. That would work. That's better than the advertisements they air on TV.
I don't know, I don't know.
I don't know about realistic. No.
Pretty, I don't know.
It depends, I guess.
I mean, you could lie and say you're a SEAL. They're not going to know the difference. A two's still a two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't.
Walk around stolen valor all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Because some people do that,
I
too.
shot Osama bin Laden. I'm not supposed to say that. But I did.
But I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. This is one time, baby.
Thank me for my service. I was in Black Hawk Down.
I'm the one that took it down. I hit the wrong button. There was no gunfire.
Oh my god.
That was all sound effects for the CB, so that the sergeant wouldn't catch us.
Oh man. Now that Trump's back, he's gonna rebuild our military.
Thank God.
Heck yeah.
No, our military was never that bad. I think it is stupid, like how Kamala was talking about, like they had no deployed troops in war zones. And like those guys stitched that.
Yeah, I know.
And we're like, well, what are we?
Yeah. You're a nobody.
Literally deployed in a war zone. Like, legit. Like.
It just goes to show how much she didn't know. Oh. I was going to tell you this.
Talk to me.
So we were talking to the kids about the election and stuff. They were asking questions. Not that we're like a political family at all, but they were asking questions, and we were telling who we're going to vote for. And I was like, Carter, do you know why we don't want Kamala Harris to win? Do you know why we're not going to vote for her? He said, because she's a woman. I said, yes. No, but he said it with the utmost
seriousness. Yeah.
Yes, like he was completely serious. Like that was just the craziest thing.
Yeah,
I ain't voting for no woman.
You're not teaching women empowerment in your household, Matthew?
Oh man, like no, women be quiet. I don't mean that. Yeah, but the way he said it, oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said earlier, that is funny. Like he came from
Yeah, just completely
just
serious.
a random, But like, it is funny. Like, it's like they want to force that down your throat. Like they're like, there needs to be a woman president. Well, when the right one comes along, there will be.
Yeah,
but like, don't try and force somebody that's not. I mean, they're qualified, I guess,
don't
but
just vote for them because of that.
Yeah, don't vote for them because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Here's my thing. I don't know how you can be content with the last 4 years of your life. Not like your life. Like, your life under this presidency.
Yeah, under this administration.
I have spent so much money. And everybody's like, oh, I'll never put the price of gas or the price of groceries over my body or whatever.
Shoot, I will.
Where was I going? Daggone it, I lost train of thought. But, like, somebody posted on TikTok, is like, oh, if you're so worried about the price of groceries and the price of gas, get a better job.
I like to sucker punch them.
Dude,
right
it's
in the
like
throat.
you think like if you make $75,000-$80,000 a year, you're making good money. But you put in the cost of raising a family.
Oh yeah.
House payment, insurance, groceries, gas, cell phone, utilities, everything. You're left with just a slight portion of that for your use. And it's like you make nothing.
I bet the people who say that don't have kids or don't have a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're living on their own and they might live in like a high-rise apartment, like have a nice place or whatever, but like you factor in a kid and a wife and all this other stuff. They probably don't have a car. They're probably just Ubering to where they want to go. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. Like, I wouldn't take that lifestyle for my lifestyle for anything. I wouldn't trade them for nothing. I would much rather live in a small town. I couldn't live in a suburb. I did live in a suburb at one point when the roof place caved in or whatever. That was a suburb, and or a neighborhood, whatever. I don't know what you'd call it. Trap house. It's just like, dude, you could look out your kitchen window and see somebody in their bathroom. It's like,
that's too close.
This is too much. Yeah. Like, I
could
mean,
not
you
live
had
like
from
that.
like probably from the edge of my chair to the edge of your chair between our houses. Like,
What?
it was. I mean, I'm just using that
But,
as like
I mean,
an example.
yeah.
You know, like it's not a lot of room, but like I mean, you can obviously get in through there or whatever. But like,
You have like a 3-foot yard.
no, we had a pretty good sized yard. We did. Like in there, we had a pretty good sized yard. But
I
like,
just couldn't stand living like that
I
close
could
to somebody.
No, like you could be outside and you could hear them in their house. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's too close. Like I'm not a fan of that. I never will be. And I couldn't live in a condo. I gotta have a yard. Like a balcony's not good enough. Like some people that's enough. But like, you know, not for me. I'm not.
No.
I like to have a little bit of land, like an acre yard. I think my yard's an acre and a half. I think your yard's an acre.
Yeah, I think it's
Something like
an
a
acre.
little over an acre.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not
I
built for
enjoy
city
it.
living.
I enjoy going out my backyard.
I
and
hate
sitting.
driving in the city. That's
Oh, I
that's
hate
the
it.
worst.
Yeah. And then it's like you got all these idiot drivers and you're not used to driving there, so you're just trying to get to where you're going. And you don't know where it's at, so you're trying to watch and listen to your GPS and like look for the next road sign or the next light where you're supposed to turn at. Like people won't let you merge over. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Like some of these people I met in traffic, I'd love to just. There was one guy. I'll say this. There was one guy. I was driving down the road on 65 one time, coming out of Louisville, and the car. There was, you got your 3 lanes coming back, whatever, and then there was a car in front of me in the fast lane. I was right on their bumper. There was a car in beside me, and then there was a car in the slow lane. Well, the car in the middle lane, eventually they got over. Well, the guy behind me in the fast lane was like riding my bumper. And I couldn't get over because I was going to be going the same speed, and so was he. I was like, so what are you trying to accomplish, moron?
Yeah.
But, dude, he gets over in the lane beside me before I could and comes up past me and, like, gets right up next to my window, and he starts pointing, like, going forward, like, doing this right here. Dude.
It makes you so mad.
Oh, it made me mad enough I followed him for 25 miles on his bumper. He was running 95, and I was right on his bumper. That car would shut off, and I'd push the gas. I'd let off the gas and push it right back on, and I'd set the cruise so
Should've
it wouldn't
put him
shut
into
off
the
anymore.
wall.
Oh, I was getting off at his exit if he got off before me. I was getting off at his exit. I was following him to wherever.
Oh,
I hope to
man.
God he was going to a gas station.
Yeah, it makes you so mad sometimes. Makes you want to freaking put him into the wall, Dale Earnhardt style.
Oh, dude, he pissed me off. And, like, I sped up beside him. I sped up beside him, and, I mean, I shouldn't have done it, but I sped up beside him and got up there, and he looked over, and I just gave him the bird. Like, I rolled the window down, so I was like, you gonna see it. And I just stared at him. Dude, I got bad road rage. People do stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty controlled, like, when it comes to, well...
Oh, I ain't.
Yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to driving, I'm pretty, like, relaxed and stuff. But there's some people that, gosh, man.
Oh, I get mad. There was this little fat midget in up at what town? I can't remember where it was. But they were pulling out of one side of the road, and I was pulling out of the other, and they literally went to swing out into the fast lane. Well, I was coming across. I was going to go into the fast lane, and instead they like just sit there and park. And then that little fat midget, like he sits there and throws his arms up. Well, I get up there next to him, and he starts to roll his window down, and I roll mine down, and I just sat there and stared at him. And he went to pull into a gas station up the road there, and I followed him. He pulled in that gas station. I pulled in that gas station.
Beat the fire out of it.
I put my car in park. He pulled up to the pump. When they got like when they pulled in there and they looked back and they see me pulling in behind them. Whoop, gone. I was gonna beat some weight off of him.
Oh man, fat midget.
The cheap Ozempic is what he was gonna get. That's what he was getting.
The generic Ozempic.
Called these hands. That's what it's called. Yeah, I get road rage bad, man. And it's like since I got my high blood pressure and stuff, dude, stuff like that. Oh God, it'll set me off quick. And it's not a good thing. Like I can keep it under control most of the times, but like if you stop me, like stare me down, oh you.
Oh yeah. Well,
You don't get it.
It really makes me mad. Like,
I ain't had nobody try and stop yet.
Like when people throw
when
their
they do,
hands
it's
up
going-
at you, whenever like there's nothing you can do. Like when you were behind that car in the fast lane, where are you supposed to go?
Yeah.
You gonna put freaking Teresa into the wall up there and go on by her?
I've thought about, and I've looked into it about getting a ranch hand steel bumper for my truck, and I ain't joking.
Just pushing people out of the way.
Somebody get in my way and honk their horn and throw their arms up. My insurance wouldn't like that. I just took full coverage off, so. So I'm gonna change. I changed my mind on that one.
I ain't had insurance in 6 months.
Yeah, you know, I found out a great hack
Not
for
having
like
insurance.
no for like paying your car payment and like your insurance and cell phone bill and stuff. Here a while back, it was this app. What was it?
Does it make it cheaper?
Yeah. It lets you look at it all put together, and then it's like pay this month or don't pay,
Don't pay.
and you just click don't pay. You just saved yourself possibly $950 a month, and you still got your car.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a real app?
The app is. The option isn't, but the option, you can make it an option if you just don't pay it.
There's always the option to not pay your bills.
For sure.
And you can get away with it sometimes.
Yeah, if you will put your car loan, go through the black market, get your car loan through your fake name and address, and just move every 6-7 months in apartments, yeah, you can get away with it for sure.
Dude, have you ever seen that dude? Oh, crap, man.
I wouldn't do that, though, if I was you guys. And if you do, you didn't hear it from me. Because you'll probably get caught doing my method.
You'll probably get caught doing my method.
Yeah, you'll probably get caught.
Dude, I watched this interview with this guy. He was like he was on FBI's Most Wanted for he's like a...
Oh, the guy that was robbing banks? Like,
I mean, pretty much robbing
has
banks.
has slick back gray hair.
Yeah, looks like a Guido.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not like a Guido.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, but that dude, I don't know, he had a super, I mean, it sounded
But
super
dude,
smart system.
What gets you is getting greedy, though. That's
Yeah.
what gets you.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
you
just a
wanna take more
little
and more.
bit more, I
Yeah.
can get it. And then that little bit more is what gets you caught. You could have got away with it.
Yeah.
You know, you could have got it and moved out of the country and had a great life.
He would have like 3 mortgages out on a house that he didn't even own.
Yeah.
And he would have like on multiple houses, he'd have like 20 mortgages all together. Like keeping all of your like lies straight would be the hardest thing.
Yeah, it'd be so difficult.
I mean, at one bank you're Jim, the other bank you're
But
Tommy.
like it's so there's some people, man. There's some people that can do that. Like they
Yeah.
can just lie and they'll make themselves believe those lies. I mean, I know some people that are kind of
pathological
yeah,
liars.
yeah, that I've met throughout
Yeah.
my life that were like that, and you couldn't trust a word they said.
No. Yeah. I know a couple people like that.
And it's like I wouldn't want to. It's like eventually, it's just like people finally catch on. And it's like why would you want to be that way?
Yeah.
But some people find it to their benefit to act like that. But it's like how could you ever be I like being a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to tell people something and it not be true, like what I said.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, I don't want to live that way. Like, I don't, when I tell you something, it makes my life so much easier because, like, if I tell you something, you know, I'm being serious, you know, you can trust that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I feel. Like, that's how I want to communicate with people.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want somebody to think I'm lying to them.
Right. You just want to tell it's easier just to tell the truth too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially like when you get into like pathologically lying and stuff, you're always having to tell a lie to cover up another lie to cover up another lie, and
Yeah.
you're constantly having to cover that up.
Yeah.
And then that's just too much work.
Yeah.
I don't know,
But I think their minds work different.
yeah,
They've got problems.
they've got a few or 10 screws loose.
Oh, yeah. Probably ain't even got a brain. To be honest. Be honest, yeah. I can't. I
No.
can't fathom that. Living that way. I can't. But, yeah. But, dude, that, dang it. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm losing my train of thought. This
Old
is so
age.
bad. You know,
Old age, man.
me and Biden, we'd get along great. Speaking of Biden, that TikTok I made with Biden on it.
Oh yeah.
I cannot believe that's stupid. You know what? You know the reason? If anybody listening knows about that TikTok that I made, you know the reason that I made that TikTok?
Why?
Because I didn't want to fold the towels. And like literally, Kate told me, she was like, "Why don't you fold the towels?" I was like, "Hang on, I'm making this TikTok."
Oh, and it's so relatable too.
For sure.
Yeah, that was funny. I can't believe it got as big as it did.
Yeah, like 819,000
I don't know
views.
what's like the standard. Like, how many views does it take for something to go viral? I feel like that's it.
I don't know.
I feel like it's
Like, dude, I went to bed that night. I made that at 8 something that night and posted it. And I woke up at, I don't know, I think it's like 2 or 3 o'clock. You know, I always wake up at that time. And I rolled over and I looked at my phone and I was like, I wonder if anything ever came of that.
yeah.
And I look at it and I had 25,000 notifications.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, holy crap. Hey, will you give
Gosh.
me one of those? Thanks, Jamie.
It smacks the camera.
I thought he was going to
Sucks
smack one
everything,
bust and ruin everything.
Be a heck of an episode.
But,
Yeah, that is crazy how big it freaking blew up.
yeah. And, dude, it's like, all the people that comment on it, like, they're like, that. I mean, that's, that's the kind of stuff, I guess, that goes, I wouldn't want to be a person known for making memes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And going viral. I mean, I guess if you made money off of it, I'd be known for whatever like that. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad.
Okay, I'll show you my toes.
You want Feet Finder? But,
Yeah, that is crazy. I still can't believe
but
it.
dude, it's like, it's, people just,
I think it's
I think-
relatable.
Exactly. And I think it's just like people just want something that's the reason they get on there, is to find something that makes them laugh. Like
Yeah.
they're just scrolling, whatever. But like the people that are big on there, and it's just like a normal everyday person. That's who I feel like has the most genuine following. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
There's this guy I follow on there on TikTok. His name is like Richie. I know you've probably seen some of his stuff, and I share it in the group and stuff. But him and his, I think they're engaged. They're not much younger. I think they're about our age. Might be a little younger than us. But he done like heavy construction, or not construction, like land clearing. and he started this started doing TikToks or whatever. He's hilarious. He doesn't care. He just like totally off the wall one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like just totally random. And people just, I guess they just fell in love with that kind of content. And dude, that guy's got so many. He's got, he sponsors some like musicians now.
Holy crap.
And he's got a hat company called Southern Strings, I think is the hat company. Like he donated a bunch of stuff. Like he was like, when all this stuff happened in North Carolina, he's from South Carolina.
Yeah.
And like when all this stuff happened, he was like trying to go, he said he was looking in his warehouse trying to find stuff that they had left over from all these orders, because they just try and order like obviously what they can sell. And he was like just getting all this leftover stuff, like stickers, hats, shirts, anything he could come up with, and selling it, and like gave 100% of the proceeds to North Carolina.
Dang,
and
that's
stuff
awesome.
like that. And like people like that is who people follow. But I mean, he's got like a pretty rough mouth, but I mean, he's hilarious.
Genuine, I guess.
Huh?
He's genuine, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can tell that's him.
Yeah. Like he's not trying to be something that he's not.
Yeah.
And that's what gets people, you know? And it's also, I feel like like when you're like in this situation, like Pete, sad to say, but I mean, you see it everywhere, and it's like a common theme. It's like people from the places that you grew up will be the last to ever support you.
Oh, yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
They do not want to see somebody. This is in anything.
Like succeed. They want to see somebody succeed. And...
They want to see them fail.
Yeah.
Like that's with anything. Like that, you know, like.
Yeah, I believe the vast majority are that way.
Anything. I mean, a storefront. Sometimes you'll have people, but it's people that come in here, like people that come in here from out of the county or out of the state, whatever, and they start something.
Yeah.
It's like, or it's like somebody that they don't have anything to do with. Like it seems like if an Amish or a Mennonite starts a store or something like that, they always succeed.
Yeah.
It's like nobody has anything against them. Like, you know, they don't know them. They don't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They just, they're like, oh, well, it's good. We're going to support this because we want to keep it open. But then, like, they know, if they know you, I'm the opposite of that. Like, if you do something, like, I want to see you do good in it.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person to do all the, I mean, I fall guilty of that. Like, the sharing of stuff on social media and liking everything and all that stuff. I'll see it, and sometimes I'll remember I'll like stuff if somebody's posting something like that, like trying to get something out there. But it's not because I don't want them to succeed. It's just I just forget. Like I'm just scrolling and I just don't even think about it. I just see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's good, and I'll keep going. But
In
and then
another
sometimes
world.
I'll like it or comment on stuff or whatever. But like, yeah, that's something I noticed, and it's like once you get. It seems like with those people, and it's like if you listen to them talk about stuff like that too, like on their following, like how they got bigger or whatever, it's like they talk about how it's just like one thing will happen, one video or one something, and it'll blow up, and then like people will just flock to it. And it's like once you get the following and the fame behind you,
Yeah.
then they want to tag along.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it seems.
Piggyback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that has nothing to do with this, but this the podcasting thing. If you're from here or not, you can listen, whatever. I mean, it's nothing to anybody around here, but
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's just crazy
Dude, you mentioned
how that works.
You mentioned North Carolina. There's some crazy stuff going on over there too. Like have you seen like all the toxic mud, the rivers running backwards, and like
No.
all the.
I hadn't seen that.
You haven't seen none of that?
No, I've
Oh
not seen
my
any of
gosh.
that.
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of my TikTok feed when I do get on there is mainly aliens and UFOs, conspiracy theories. That's about it, really.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I do watch a lot of that stuff.
yeah,
But like just seeing some of the stuff that's going on in like North Carolina,
yeah.
you need to look into it.
I mean, I've read some of it. I mean, I was watching something about it today that they were there was somebody, Dan Hedgebeth from here.
Oh yeah, Dancing a lot.
They were taking a bunch of stuff down there, and I was talking to Kate actually today. They're doing like a thing for the kids and the families, how they have nothing.
Yeah.
For like the holidays. Like they're gonna take up a bunch of donations for gifts and all that.
Yeah,
kind
our
of
church
stuff
is doing.
and taking. And I thought about my cousin has like a 20-foot enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
And I thought about trying to get some donations and stuff and from people and like trying to help out and get in contact with them. I hadn't done it yet because I'm still I don't know about, that's his trailer stuff. I don't know about all that, but
yeah, our church is taking up donations for that,
yeah,
for Dan.
and taking a truck and trailer down there and helping handing out gifts and stuff and kind of letting the kids see that. It's a humbling thing. I've been to some of the things like that, like helping out the homeless and giving things to the needy and whatnot, and it's very, very humbling to experience that, to see how quick your life could change and everything could be taken away from you, no matter how good you think you got it.
I mean, could you imagine being in that situation? Like,
Be
lose everything.
Like, literally watch your house wash away, and some people watch their families be washed away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the craziest thing, man. Like, all the bodies that aren't recovered.
And who knows if they will be.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I would hate I don't know, I guess it could happen anywhere, really. You know, any disaster could, completely strip away everything you've ever worked for. Strip away everything you have.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, it's horrible how that, I don't know, man. It's something I don't really want to even think about. I mean, you have to think about it, but.
Yeah, I'll sit in bed sometimes late at night before I go to sleep, and I'll have the worst thoughts ever of like, something like that, losing your whole family, or
yeah,
I'll have some wild thoughts, but yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. I mean, how you could ever come back from that.
Dude, this water just ran right through me.
Has it?
Oh my gosh. I have to pee it back in this bottle.
Go take you a break.
Yeah, I need to do that. Hold on.
Yeah. No, we're good. But yeah, it's that's something I know there's so many people out there that have experienced that, the losing of their family, and I just, man, I don't know how you could deal with that. I mean, I've got kids, and I couldn't imagine waking up and not having them here anymore. That would be devastating. That's what I think about people like in those situations all the time. I don't know. You guys are probably the strongest people that anyone could ever meet. Because what you would have to go through would be horrendous. Man. But need to turn that around. Get on a brighter note about this whenever he gets back in here. He's so slow. I don't know why he must have, jeez, I don't know. But, well, let's kind of twist that around, like I said. Let's get off of that and let's get to something different. It's weird being in here by myself. It sounds like I'm talking in a open room with no one around. It's an odd feeling. But here recently, we'll go this route. Oh, he's back. Here recently, my wife, her mom received a package from, I don't know, the contents doesn't matter, and it had "Help Me Trapped" written on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was from FedEx, and they thought the worst. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I wonder. That is wild.
And So they contact FedEx, and it apparently it wasn't written on there when it went in Nashville, but when it left Nashville and was sent to Bowling Green, it was on there.
Is that, like, don't they take pictures of it too? Like,
I don't know. I don't think FedEx does anything, but
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, like they were like, it looks like it was written with grease. It wasn't written with a marker or nothing. It did look like it was written with like brake dust or something. But they were.
Dang, that makes it more eerie, like that it wasn't written with like a marker or something.
Yeah,
right?
it never really.
Like somebody wrote it with their finger.
It never really. I just think everything. Somebody's running. Must be the guy that wrote "Help Me." But I don't think of stuff like that. I thought it was a joke, you know.
Yeah.
And they were all getting worked up, like they were like, you know, they were talking about how they were all like, you know, thinking that it was the worst.
I don't know. Maybe it.
Kate was like, "Oh yeah, you ought to. Somebody's probably trapped in that warehouse." And they're like, as a mom, you know, I feel like that I have the need to investigate this more as for somebody's child or something. I can't remember what I said, but I'm like, it's probably a Mexican stuck in trucks.
It's probably somebody.
Help me,
who
Mr.
hates-
Donald Trump.
It's probably
like
somebody who hates their job. Help
That's
me,
what I said.
I'm trapped in this.
I don't think
9 to
anything
5.
else is. I don't think anything else has came from it. And it's like, you know, what happened to jokes in this country? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even call somebody gay without being
Yeah.
harassed.
Oh yeah, I know. We used to call everything gay.
Oh, for sure. That was my favorite thing. You asked me to do something, I'd be like, dude, that is so gay.
Yeah.
Why would 3 guys go to the
Yeah.
bowling alley? That is gay. You're gonna think
And
we're...
away we went. Yeah, I don't know. People get so offended over everything anymore.
Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it.
And I love some of the controversial words that...
Dude, gay is my favorite thing to say.
Yeah.
And I mean it in no slur at all.
No, like whenever I say something's gay, I don't even think of a gay person whenever I'm saying it.
I don't either. I had another saying, but I'm not gonna say it. Cause it's not that bad, but like,
Is it the R one?
no, heck
Oh.
no, no, it's not.
That's
the
my
R
favorite
one.
word.
No, it's not the R one. It's. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, gay was my thing to say. Like, not my preferred action, and
Yeah, I still say it.
yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
For them to act like they don't, shut up, idiot. Yeah, you do.
In front of people, they'll act like they don't, but
Yeah,
closed doors,
yeah.
they are dropping them all.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like, you know, there's a movie that's on Netflix. It was pretty good. What was it called? I'll have to look up the name of it. Had Bill Burr in it. He released it. Old Dads, I think is the name of it on Netflix. It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna have to go look that
Oh,
up.
Blake, you need to watch it. It's not very long. It's like an hour long. It's short.
It's like a documentary or something?
No, it's a
or-
movie. It's a movie. But it's like, it talks about this, and it's like, they're like riding down the road, and it's like all this liberal woke ideology, and it's like talking about how you need a what's that score? Like a certain
Socials.
yeah, like a social credit score or whatever. Like how if you said anything in the past, like they should be able to cancel you and fire you from your job for hate speech and all this stuff. That's what it's about. It's funny. It's funny.
Gosh.
And but it gets halfway through and it gets really stupid. But I just what's the point? like, what are you getting out of this? Like, trying to take away stuff. Like, if you're, like, there's so many words that are bad words to use. But, like, there's ways that you can use them that don't mean what they... Like, using them as a slur. Like, it makes no sense what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Like, you're not using it in that context, like, directed towards somebody or something?
Yeah. Or directed towards an ideology or anything like that. Like, if I want to say something's gay, it's gay. Not, it's gay. But it's gay.
It's gay.
I don't know how else to explain it.
It's still gay, but it's not gay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not. It's not partaking in homosexual activities. That's the way to put it.
It's not Diddy Party.
Yeah, that's pedophilia.
Yeah, that's something
to an extent.
Gosh,
that's wild.
Have you
sick?
Seen some of that stuff that come out?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Like everybody that was endorsing Kamala was on Diddy's party list, or something like that. I was watching a conspiracy about that.
They were getting Diddy'd all right.
Oh yeah, they were doing the Diddy.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, he's definitely Diddying.
He's
Diddy duping.
Will Smith, the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. I don't think you can get that big without climbing some sort of ladder like that. And it's like if you listen to some podcasts or some videos of people talking about the up and coming rise, like in Hollywood, or how it used to be, like you don't really have to do that anymore. Like they can find you on social media, and they're like talking about like how on social media, like they won't let you be an actor, or they'll let you be, I guess, but like they prefer you if you have a social media following of so much.
Like they won't let you unless
like
do?
They would rather you have one, and if you don't, they'll try and work on building it. Like that's how much it's gotten to where social media controls things.
Gosh, dude, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many things you can go out there. But they're talking about. Let's weave back into where I was. That back in the day, like these women, if they wanted to, I mean, some men, I'd say, because some of those producers are gay, and
yeah,
they would have a bed in their office. Basically, if you wanted to make it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to sleep your way to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get a role. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I mean, some of them took it. They're like, it's a one-time thing. Why not? Some people think that way. Yeah. I mean, seriously, they do.
So how far would you go to
achieve the fame?
Yeah.
Do you believe people sell their souls to become famous?
To an extent, I think.
Like the old saying where that guy went to the crossroads, and I mean that's still a story. Or that black guy that played the guitar, he couldn't play the guitar or something that good, and he went to the crossroads and sold his soul to play the guitar.
Yeah.
And became super famous.
Yeah. I somewhat do believe.
What did they sell their soul to? A gin? What's it called? I can't remember.
Like
Crossroads Reaper.
I don't think it would be so much as like, well, I don't think it's like what we would think of as like selling your soul, but you're gonna do what like these people say, or there's certain things you're gonna have to do to get this fame.
So you don't think
that dance with the devil for?
So you don't think that people will sell their soul, like literally, to the devil for things? You don't think so? I do. I genuinely do.
Well, I mean,
look at Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, I mean, I would say some people.
Some people do. Look at the atheist rocket scientist that worked for NASA and had this corporation. Like, where is that at? Gosh dang it, where's that at?
What, NASA?
There was some kind of corporation this guy had, and he was an atheist. He was a Satanist. I'm sorry, he was a Satanist. And he had a corporation. Like, dude, they went into this. It was shut. It closed down. It was some kind of developmental place for like spaceships or something like that, and not spaceships, like rockets, technologies or something like that.
Yeah.
And it closed down, and I cannot think of the name of it. Somebody out there might know, but he was dude. There was a bunch of stuff that happened on there. There's people that like broke into there and said there was like people like going around looking, and like for them like looking inside, and there was like it looked like there was like blood on the walls and all this. It was like wow. And this one guy was leaving one night. I heard it on Joe Rogan's podcast. I think that's where I heard about it. I can't remember who it was. But they were doing that, and he was like, they were leaving, and he was like, they saw flashlights coming, but it turned out to be some guys that were coming in to explore it that had heard about it from this guy.
Yeah.
And they met up, and he was like, dude, he was telling them about what was in there or whatever, and he was like, just be careful, that's all I can say. And I cannot remember the name of it, because actually I wanted to look it up. But
yeah, I really want to look it up now.
Dang it! Gosh.
I think some people do though, like these like satanic cults and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, lick. Here, I'm gonna look this up.
But yeah, I want to know what that is now.
If we don't get any static.
And it was like some kind of. Hold on, I sound weird now. Do I sound weird to you?
No, you sound perfectly normal. Sound perfectly normal.
But like some of these like satanic sites, dude, I swear I sound weird.
I don't hear it. Well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it now. I think it's because my phone's up here next to it. Hang on. I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it now. Yeah.
I feel like we're in a tube.
Satanist. Why is it looking up Sarah? Satanist. NASA.
But that's something I wouldn't.
Jack Park. Oh crap! Did you hit something?
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What'd you hit?
I pushed that back in.
Oh. I don't know. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, it's where I leaned down and I pulled this.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. Jesus!
Oh,
I'm searching the devil worshiper, and now these things are happening. Jack Parsons was his name. John Whiteside Parsons was an American rocket engineer, chemist, and thelemite occultist.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. He lived a wild lifestyle with a devil-maker attitude. He was pretty relaxed about safety and dabbled in drugs, occult practices, and sex cult rituals. Used in the murder trial of officer. NASA employee. Warehouse. NASA's supercluster. Was that the name of it? Yeah, no, that's not it.
That's a supercluster.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The Ordo. Teachings of Ordo Templis Orientis, a central hub for philosophy. What is the name of his place, dude?
Yeah, I would like to know.
It.
Do people like record themselves going and exploring it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever watched those exploring videos?
No,
Like exploring places like that. And,
I've watched it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've read it. I don't remember what the name of his place was.
Yeah, I genuinely want to go watch it now.
Yeah, I mean, he was,
We should do a podcast from one of those places.
Heck no.
We used to go in abandoned houses when we were younger.
We did.
We
did do that. That's for sure.
I would never, ever, ever do that again.
I can't find it.
But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like I can remember, like either hearing something about it, either on Joe Rogan or I've seen a video about it.
Hang on. Let me see here. There's
this guy who used to work for NASA, who was a real Satanist, like in the Church of Satan. and this abandoned place where this guy used to do his research at, someone went to visit it. Who was it?
But this guy, like,
Was it Python Cowboy?
yeah,
That's
but,
what it was, Python
time frame
Cowboy.
is just that he works at NASA. Like, did he help us get to the moon?
1960s. 1950s or 1960s? I think the 50s.
Python Cowboy?
Python Cowboy. That's who it was.
He
Yeah.
investigated it? The guy that
He
hunts
went
the
looking in
snakes?
there for
for
looking
snakes?
for snakes. Yeah.
Maybe that
Yeah, that was where I heard of it. Yeah.
that guy's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
went there
Isn't that
hunting for-
crazy?
He went there hunting for freaking snakes, and he found a different kind of snake.
Yeah. But yeah, that's yeah. You have to go back and listen to that episode. It was interesting. It was like near the end of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that as soon as we get done with this. Can you imagine being like one of those explorers who like just goes and explores like old abandoned places like that?
No. Dude, I'm
my
not a fan.
gosh.
I've never been a fan.
I'm such a chicken when it comes to that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
I hate it.
That scares the crap out of me.
I hate it. I've never been a
Or even like Sam and Colby. Like some of the places they go.
yeah.
no
But like, I
way.
mean, I feel like a lot of it's made up.
Yeah, I feel like some of it is to an extent.
Personally, I mean, I don't feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like that those are genuine. Like, I mean, now if I had an experience like that, oh, it'd be genuine then. But
Yeah.
if like going in there like with that thing or whatever it is, what's the thing called they use to pick up ghosts or
No, they got
whatever?
like EMF detectors. and,
Ghost
like,
Tinder. Something like that.
And then there's like there's all kinds of different little devices.
But whatever. Could you imagine downloading something like that before going into a haunted house? Be like Ghost Bumble or Ghost Hinge.
We're looking for Sarah in here.
Go in there registered as Danny Phantom. You remember that show?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long
He's a
time.
man, 'cause he's Danny Phantom.
Dude, I haven't heard of that in a long time.
I don't know. I haven't either. I don't know what made me just think of that. See, it's weird how my mind works. Like, I can't think of something I wanted to say 5 seconds ago, but I can tell you a cartoon
Yeah.
from 12 years ago.
Yeah. Jump from thing to thing, just
Yeah, I wonder if it's even still on TV.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like my mind's like a it's like a TV and someone else has the remote.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, that's a good analogy. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a 3-year-old has the remote. Or a kid who's just learned how to push the buttons and change the channel.
yeah. It's dude. That's me. It takes me off all the time because I'm like, I just can't. I just can't understand why I can't think of something like stay on that same train of thought, but I can literally think of something just at the snap of a finger from something I did 15 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm the
I feel like I
exact
have
same way.
short-term memory loss.
You have what's known as Joe Biden.
You're the sucker.
I'm the same way though, honestly. I can flip from like subject to subject, like I don't know, like so will say a sentence and it makes me think of a song.
Yeah,
And start sitting there playing it in my head.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I feel like there's got to be something that you could take. It's like a supplement.
You can take
Excuse
Adderall.
me. Well, I mean, that doesn't help your memory because you're still going through it.
Oh no, it'll help your memory.
Yeah,
Not
that
mine.
defeats the purpose.
It'll help
You
you
ever tried
focus.
meth?
You're right. You ever tried crystal meth?
No.
You'll get focused
Oh, yeah.
on getting more.
You'll end up building a rocket out of a bathtub. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. And I don't think I'll ever know. I'll just have to keep dealing with it. And sometimes it's worse than others, which is what's the weird thing. Like, sometimes I won't have any trouble with it. I'll never have any issue with it. But then other times, it's just like, I can't remember nothing. Like, I could literally lay my phone or my wallet down somewhere and turn around and put a shirt on or put my shoes on or whatever and turn around. I don't even know what I did with it.
Yeah.
Last time I had it, it was in my vehicle.
Yeah, Taylor's bad with that stuff. I'm not bad with, like, misplacing things, but, like, I can remember where, like, a specific thing is downstairs in the basement. I can remember, like, where I put stuff, but I can walk in the house and ask Taylor a question and then can't remember if I asked her the question, and I'll ask her again.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'll walk into the kitchen to get something. I'll see the cabinet doors open, like, oh, I'll close it. And then you see something else, like, oh, I need to put this in the sink. And then you walk back into the living room or whatever and not even get what you were
Yeah, I
intending
do
to get.
that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that one. For sure. Yeah. That one's a check on my book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I don't know. Maybe stress makes it, maybe stress makes it
dude,
worse.
I think it intensifies it so much because when I'm stressed out, the only thing I'm thinking about is what I'm stressed out about.
Yeah. But it's hard to get off your mind, too.
It is. Definitely. And, like,
That's where meth comes in to help.
well, that's what Adderall is.
Yeah, it's like legal meth.
Literally, it is. It's a simplified, not a simplified, concentrated dosage of it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like meth would be more addictive. 'Cause, like,
Adderall's addictive. There's an Adderall problem in this country. What
What
do
do
you
you-
mean meth would be more addictive?
well, like, I don't know. Like, Adderall, like, I'm not addicted to it. Like,
So if somebody takes it away for too much, you're not going to have any trouble.
no, because I've quit it several times. Like,
Oh, well,
like
see,
I'll
some
stop
people-
taking it just, like, randomly. Like, I'll stop taking it to see, like, to see how I function. And, like,
Yeah.
so I'll stop taking it for, weeks at a time, and I'm fine. And then, like, I'll have a stressed out day, or I have a bad day, and I'll start taking it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't really have any kind of addiction to it. It don't really do much for me.
Hmm.
And I
I
take,
don't know.
like,
Are you on like the highest dosage you can get?
yeah, like, I take 60 milligrams a day,
Gosh,
which is a
dang.
lot. I mean, it's a lot, but, like, I could take 30 milligrams, go straight to sleep.
Gosh, I bet you if I took that much, oh man.
It'll help you focus, though, but you just better watch out what you get focused on.
Yeah.
Gosh, you be looking all kinds of crazy stuff. But it helps with focus, but yeah, you better make sure what you're going to focus on is what you need to focus on.
Yeah. Don't be sitting up at 3 a.m. with your computer open.
Yeah. You go down like the YouTube rabbit
Get
hole.
just stuck in all these little freaking, these conspiracies and stuff. And you'll be claiming that the honey buns were baked rabbits sold by the Native Americans as legal tender.
Legal tender.
Yeah. Like they traded it as monies.
Yeah, honey buns are good.
Dollar bills.
Speaking of honey buns, I'm getting...
Have you not ate?
Yeah, I've ate.
Oh.
I'm just hungry.
Hitting that sugar high, baby.
I'm ready for my little Debbie cakes and my glass of milk.
I don't buy little Debbie. We don't buy little Debbie cakes.
No, some Swiss rolls.
Yeah. Nah.
What do y'all get? What kind of snack cakes do you get?
We don't get any.
I thought you said you guys would buy little snack cakes and stuff.
No, I bought those little turnover things. They're pastries. Yeah. Yeah, we bought like the sweet, like we buy the kids like those little packs of like Chips Ahoy cookies, Oreo cookies, stuff like that. And then we buy them some gummies to have, which Preston's kind of like out of that stage. Like he's got Halloween candy upstairs. Like he eats that forever. And then like he likes beef jerky. And then, he just like, he'll eat some of those like candy gummy things or whatever, too.
Yeah.
But like, if there's something here, but they like to like make brownies and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they used to eat like those little mini muffins, but
Yeah, there's just not enough in those packs. Though.
No, there's
Comes
like 4.
five.
They're freaking ripping you
Four or
off.
five.
Yeah, they're totally ripping you off.
They're so good. You could eat like 45 of those
See,
things.
I think they taste like plastic.
Really?
Yes, I don't
Which
think they
flavor
taste
do you
good.
get? You get chocolate chip?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
that's
bite the
good.
chocolate chips, and dude, they're like this. It's like they got a coating over them.
Yeah, they might do.
Like they just don't taste right to me.
I love them though. Love 'em.
I can't.
I could eat a whole box in one sitting. Easy. Oh, easy.
If I eat them, it tears me up. So I can't eat them.
Me and Little Debbie have a very close, intimate relationship.
Big Deborah,
Big Deborah.
Big
Yeah.
Deborah, baby. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm just never been a fan of them. I like cakes, like homemade stuff, like red velvet cakes, German
Yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
cakes.
I like
stuff.
those too.
If I'm gonna eat something, that's what I'll eat. But I'm not I just never. I mean, I'll eat them. Christmas tree cakes. Oh yeah, for sure. Smashed.
Yeah, those are okay. They're all right.
Okay.
I would
And you're
rather
eating
have.
Swiss rolls?
Yeah, you don't like Swiss rolls?
No.
Oh my gosh. You're
Cream filled chocolate too?
you are a communist. You like Twinkies?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I hate
No. You like strawberry shortcake rolls?
them. No. Do you?
Yeah.
I
I'll
don't
eat
know
those.
anybody that
I'll
eats
mess
those.
with that. Yeah. I'll mess with those.
Ugh. That's like a Swiss roll's gay cousin.
You like zebra cakes?
No, not really. We have some, but I don't eat them.
I like zebra cakes.
If there's nothing else, I'll eat them. I'll eat anything. I'm basically 500 pounds stuck in
Yeah.
this 170-pound body.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'll eat about any
I'm
kind
trying
of
to
cake.
think of another one. You like oatmeal cream pies?
Yeah,
Those are good.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
those.
fudge rounds, not so much. I feel
Yeah,
like at
too
a certain
sweet.
point that Little Debbie cakes changed.
I don't know. I don't eat them enough. They always taste the same to me.
Like there's these little fudge. What do they call them? It's like a fudge stick. No, that don't sound right.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's like a long. Well, I can't really describe.
Go ahead, make the motion.
It's a long chocolate little brownie cake with like chocolate cream filling in the middle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what it's called. Fudge? No. I don't know. But anyways, they used to be my favorite. And then at a certain point, they stopped tasting like the same. And like, I feel like that way with like a lot of Little Debbie cakes. Like, I feel like their formula changed at a certain point.
I don't know.
I'm telling you. That and cosmic brownies too. You like those cosmic brownies?
No. See, I
Oh,
don't like
man.
anything like. I don't like like chocolatey stuff.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
like some
not a
chocolate.
fan. Not a fan of it. You know.
I'm starving to
Yeah,
death
I'm
right
not
now.
a fan of it. Yeah.
Just thinking about it. I'm gonna go home and smash about 7 Swiss rolls.
Mm-mm. No, forget that. I'll probably once this is over, I'll probably go watch some Yellowstone.
When's that new season come out?
It just came on like an hour ago, I think.
Oh,
it's like
dude.
a 2-hour episode.
Oh, dude, we gotta go.
Yeah, it's been on. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was supposed. I know it's.
It
coming out
runs
tonight.
back though. I'm gonna watch it afterwards. It runs it back.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on TV. It was on CMT. What do you watch? What do you have?
Like Netflix, Hulu.
You don't have Hulu Live?
No, I have YouTube.
You got YouTube TV?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be on there. You got CMT on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on there and watch that.
Paramount, it'll be on there.
I didn't know it was coming on tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew like
Because
the new
Kate was
season
Kate was
coming out.
talking about that. She was like, "You're gonna miss Yellowstone." I was like, "I'll just watch it afterwards."
Oh yeah,
Because it comes, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna go home and binge watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch
2-hour
it.
episode.
Usually the season premiere is usually 2 hours typically.
Heck yeah.
I'd say it just ended. I'll probably watch it because I didn't do much today, so I'll stay up pretty late. So
Yeah,
I'll probably watch it.
I don't work tomorrow, so it's
Yeah.
Veterans Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Like a veteran.
Think a veteran.
Yeah. Remember that theme song now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just made now.
Go guard.
You guys join in now. I'll play it. That'll be the theme for your life. I'm telling you.
It'll change your life.
On a high note, next week, got a guest coming on. Gonna learn a little something.
Yeah, about Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, about Bitcoin mining, a little bit about the cryptocurrency. It's something kind of we're interested in. Learning about, know a guy that's been doing mining for years.
Yeah, long time.
And we're gonna have him on, so that'll be a pretty, that'll possibly be a lengthy, very informative podcast. Learning something about that.
Don't miss out.
Yeah, do not miss out on that one. It'll be released sometime next week. No, this week. Yeah, this week.
Yeah,
right?
this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this week. It'll be released this week.
It might make you rich. Probably not.
Yeah, unless you got the setup. You got the setup. Call me. We'll get it fixed. Not me. I can't. But listen, get it. You got it. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate all the support you guys give us. Check out all our socials, our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You're listening to us on Spotify or YouTube. So just give us a follow on either one of those. If you're new here, appreciate you. If you're old here, appreciate you.